Hey guys, welcome back to another Foundry Reacts. We got the next episode of Miss Marvel, episode 2, Crushed, and we got the whole gang. We got Johnny and we got Tony. What's up, guys?
Hello.
Are you ready to talk about this
Hello.
episode?
What's happening? I didn't
Yeah.
even know they were naming these episodes. I thought some Obi-Wan stuff where they just called episode 2, episode 2. Lazy.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even remember the names of these either.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
I
should
just
write
I
that
just
down.
happened to see it when I was, remembering what was going on with this one, so
This
I don't think it's
Welcome to Miss
particularly
Marvel
important.
2.
man, this episode amazing. I love it. The end of the episode's pretty tragic.
Yeah,
and-
but this one ramps up perfectly from the first episode.
yeah, it's so good. That laugh was pretty fucking evil, Tony. It's like laughed
We'll get
pretty
to
hard
that.
at that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we kind of pick up from the last episode where she got these powers, and
Yeah.
now it's she's kind of feeling the fame a little bit because she saved that Zoe, right? Zoe girl, I think.
Yeah,
it was Zoe, right?
the one who's
Um,
like goes to her same school and
Popular kid.
Yeah, she pretty much
Yeah.
Got
was
like
the,
a million followers now.
yeah, and that was the same girl that she saved at Avengers Con at the end of episode
Yep.
1.
Yep. Name drops her as Nightlight. She just comes up with it. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
Jesus.
Nightlight.
That's what her name
like-
was.
Okay, sure.
Nightlight.
It's so
But like
bad.
she's like you could see Kamala's like definitely like feeling herself after that. She's feeling like totally cool after like
Top of the world.
having
yeah.
some powers. Like she's
I mean, like
she's
it's
feeling
her
it.
dream. Like she loves the Avengers and loves superheroes so much, and she's like, I finally have become like what I've always loved, deep down.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she's
Yep.
like, I've got all this power. And she's like, I need to go about it the right way now.
Yep.
And her and her best buddy, which we didn't really talk about in the first episode, but his name is, it's Brian, right?
Yeah, funny. It's Bruno.
Brian.
Yeah, I thought that.
Brian.
Yeah. Her and Bruno, which I actually really like their dynamic. I was really,
Yeah.
I was
I
really
like Bruno.
feeling it.
He's
Yeah,
he's pretty dope.
he's
Pretty
good.
dope.
I was kind of like disappointed how he was getting jealous about the other guy, and I was like, oh man, I'm like, I was really
It's like,
hoping that
oh,
they
no.
would just be friends. Like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't really like a lot of romantic like relationships that are kind of
Attention.
forced.
Yeah.
And with this,
Yeah.
it was just like, ah, dang. I was like, I hoping they would just be really cool friends, but whatever. We'll see where it goes.
Yep. But yeah, I do like that she's like testing out the power like in a remotely safe environment. He's like super smart, I guess. So he's like running tests and like kind of monitoring as she's doing stuff.
Yeah.
And like they're just like testing stuff on the roof where like people won't notice, I guess.
Yeah, and they're testing her strengths, her weaknesses. Like, what can you do? Like, I'm a superhero. What can I do? What's my superpower? And them just going back and forth and just testing stuff, and it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yep.
I like it a
Yeah,
lot.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, practicing her abilities and powers, and we get to see a little bit of her like personal life with her religion. You get some different
In the mosque.
yeah,
Yeah.
in the mosque, which I really liked that too. It was like kind of mischievous and like seeing her and her friend like rush in the mosque, like, oh, we're late, and we're always the ones that late, and you get to see like a big divide between the men and the females there, and
Yep.
and how there was, I guess, an open slot for someone in charge, and they're
On
kind
the
of
board. Yeah.
yeah, they're plotting and scheming, and like we can change things, and we can make things better for us, even though like they don't directly have the biggest interest, but they're like things should be better, like regardless.
Yeah, it's a nice little side plot. Like we don't have to always focus on Kamala and what she's doing. Like there's these side things going on with her friends that actually influence everything that's going on. And it's nice to see like what just goes on in her daily life and like how she interacts with her friends and family and
Yeah.
stuff in these other environments too. It makes a more well-rounded character.
I like it.
So yeah.
It's pretty good. I like the mosque stuff with her friend. Her friend's really likable too. Both characters.
Yeah.
Any interaction she actually has with the character, I fucking love it. I think they're like they are so charming, and it just works so well together.
I agree. I definitely agree.
I was gonna
It's-
say another thing I really like about this show is kind of like the not really visual humor, but it reminds me kind of like Scott Pilgrim, where there's a lot of like visual little like
Cues.
things being drawn on characters and like just cool little like just like doodles on the
Like
screen
graphics and
just-
stuff.
Yeah, it's like the show doesn't try to take itself too serious, even though like kind of has like the serious
Yeah, like with the
serious
texts.
high school drama type things where it's
Exactly.
like, oh damn, yeah, high school sucks, but then it's like also it feels like this show was created within like Kamala Khan's mind.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And like it's like breaking through, kind of like fourth wall breaking with like her art and just like the doodles and stuff. Yeah, like in the text, like you
yeah, the
said,
texts
man,
are
like
awesome. I
I,
love that
I like
little.
it.
I
It's like a
think,
small thing, but it's so cool.
but it's yeah, it's just different rather than like, cause like I don't know if it was this one, or the last one, but like the one where she's laying in bed and texting, and then it like shows the stars of the text rather than, they could have done a shot where it's just her phone,
Yeah.
but instead they kind of like, it's out of the box
Yep.
thinking, the style of the directing and just like the way they laid out the show.
Yeah, like when she meets that new kid at school, Kamran. Like he's a hot dude. Like he shows up and like you see like little effects around him, like little fires. Like he's
Yeah,
super hot. She's thinking
yeah,
like,
a couple
damn,
hearts and
this
shit.
guy's the shit, kind of a
Yeah,
thing. So it's like cool. It's those small things that like add to it. Like but- she doesn't have to say it out loud. You can tell because of the little effects that are in her
Yeah.
mind.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an added layer of like communicating to the audience what's going on.
Yeah,
In
and
her
it's not
mind.
like bluntly like treating your audience like we must explain this and spell it out loud for you to understand.
Right.
So it's pretty good. Like I said, a lot of that stuff just reminds me a lot of Spider-Verse, just with the graphics on screen and stuff, and the
Mhm.
doodles and everything. It's really good. You get to see, we saw a little bit of her family life too. Them talking about the mom and her family like leaving. Where are they from again? What country were they
So
leaving from?
they
Was it
they
Pakistan?
left from India to Pakistan because of the
Oh, okay.
partition,
Yeah.
which separated a bunch of the people in India, and so a bunch of people that were in India left to Pakistan because of that separation.
Yeah.
So that was the story that they were telling.
Yeah, so we heard a little bit about that, and the kind of like the reason why a lot of stuff is going on, and why they were gonna almost talked about why the great grandmother was hated so much, and why she was like so just forbidden to even like speak of,
Yeah.
And Kamala kind of was digging a little bit, and she got in contact with her grandmother to be like, hey, like, what's the dealio? Like, why is she so hated, like, in our family and stuff, digging a little bit, even though her mom's like, hey, just, like, leave this alone. Which, of course, you tell that to a teenage girl, and she's obviously not going to leave it alone.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, but I think for context, the reason that she was talking to her grandmother about that was because when they were at dinner before that, when they were talking about the story, after telling a bit more about the story, she like passes out because like the bangle like
Oh, yeah.
suddenly got activated or like affects her, and then she just like fell on the floor. And then there was a little funny moment where the mom was like, did you not eat enough, or did you eat too
Oh,
much?
yeah.
Like, classic mom. Like,
yeah,
that was funny. I
It's
love the
so
mom.
Yeah,
good.
if it's not one, it's the other.
I love the family so much. The family dynamic's so good. I love the brother and his like fiance and stuff. It's so good. Of her fiance
Yeah, the
trying to like
brother's
fit in.
cool.
Yeah,
And their
it-
love of Bon Jovi. That's
Yeah,
so funny.
it's
to
so
me. That's so
good.
funny.
I forgot about that.
It's
I
a really
love
good
it.
show. Like it's so good, man. Like there's so many things I can just like sit here and praise about. Like it just makes me like, man, like let me show this show to somebody because I know they'll love it too. Yeah, she definitely wanted to meet with the grandmother and stuff to figure out what's like going on with the brace, the bangle, and like, do these have powers or do I have powers, kind of thing.
He's like, it's both of them.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess we'll wait and see because this episode didn't really get too much
No.
into it. Should we talk about the tragedy or? We
Yeah,
talk
I
about
guess.
the end and the car, but I feel like we should save that after the tragedy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess leading up to that, there was just like a religious holiday that they're doing, and that's where Nakia is like trying to promote herself for the board and everything.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's how
Kamala's
they kind of
friend.
like, yeah, Kamala's friend Nakia, the one we were talking about earlier.
Mhm.
That's how they're kind of interacting with a bunch of people there, and that's why this kind of sets up the tragedy that you're talking about, because everyone was there kind of celebrating, and then later in the night, one of the kids is like kind of stupid and just like climbs like the tower at the mosque, and he's like taking selfies, and he gets a little too far over the edge, and he just starts to fall off, and he's like hanging on for dear life. And classic superhero moment. You know, you gotta do it or die. Kind of, you gotta use those
like
powers and save the kid.
Superman, Lois Lane at the waterfall.
Yeah, exactly.
And, so what
That's
she
what
do?
it is.
She uses her powers and she starts to create these stairs like out of thin air and stuff, like, and runs up it like being like fast, you know. And she saw like a little bit of that before of her like slowly creating these stairs, but now it's like she was just booking it up these stairs, and she got the kid and stuff, but she couldn't concentrate too well, and she accidentally dropped the fucking kid, and he fell, I'm assuming, to his death.
No, he's fine. He's on the car.
What do you mean he's fine? He probably was not fine, man.
She made platforms on his fall on the way down. He hit one.
Him.
Yeah, he
so
did a little
funny.
plinko on the way down.
Plinko? I landed in $1 million. Come on.
Well, get the insurance money for landing on the car.
Oh no.
Oh, it's so
my car owner's gonna sue him.
that part was hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
It was terrible.
Like, not really, but yeah, exactly. It's not funny for her, but as a viewer, it's like.
It was a
no,
little
dude.
comical how he
Yeah,
fell.
it was pretty good. I thought it was really funny. But I mean, she was terrified, and you could like see the panic. She
But
conveyed
that was nice because she didn't instantly just know how to use her powers. She's
Yeah.
easing into it. She's like learning. She made a mistake.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna like affect how she tries to use it in the future, kind of a thing.
She definitely will be like, nope, never doing anything again. And
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can definitely see in the future them being like, oh, come on, like it was one time, like you could do it this time, you can try it. I'm not looking forward to that fight, like that little thing, but yeah, that was crazy. She was just like booking it, like running through the streets, and everyone's like freaking out. Like you hear like ambulance sirens and stuff like that, and everyone's like, oh, who was that girl like using those floating up in the sky and stuff? And she's like,
It was nightlight.
yeah, for real. And then she gets picked up in a mystery car, and who is it, guys?
It was Kamran somehow. It's a little sus that he knew where she was, and then his mom was in the back.
Yeah,
Which I think was what, like, the reason she dropped the kid was because she like suddenly saw a vision of something, and I think that was that same character. That's his mom for some reason. I'm not really sure what's up with that, but like if you like look at it, you can see that they're like the same person. I don't know why.
Oh my god, they're
like,
gonna
it's
Frozen us though. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like the Frozen arc.
Well,
super weird.
I'm
But
not
I guess we'll
familiar with
see.
that, but
You've seen Frozen.
he
You know
said
exactly what I'm talking
he
about.
said like, oh, I think it's time for you to meet my mom, and she
Yeah.
looked like she knew who Kamala was, and I was like, is that supposed to be like her grandma, like her great grandma, like, but
I
like
don't think it was.
like obviously
I don't-
using some powers or something like that. That's why she's really young or something,
like an illusion spell thing. Oh,
or maybe I don't know,
I didn't
maybe
think
she's
that.
can't die or
I guess
something.
we'll have
An
to
alien?
see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's an alien. She's young still.
Okay, sure, yep.
Though, I mean, they do end the episode there on purpose, so you're wondering. So
Yeah, and I'm definitely wondering. I've not seen I've not seen the next episode yet. Does this
Right,
only have
exactly.
6 episodes?
it's a sixer.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
I know. I wish this one was longer. Actually,
Fuck.
I'm pretty sure it's 6, but I guess they're only yeah. So that's all I'm aware of, at least.
That is so annoying. But yeah,
Yeah, I think that's the episode then.
yeah, it was a banger. Another great episode. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it just was good. You know, it's just good television. I'm so happy about this show. It's just constantly persistent good television. The first 2 episodes. Guess I'll.
Yeah, we got to convince Sly to watch it. Maybe
Yeah.
he actually will enjoy it.
Yeah, he started it. He just said he did not like it.
Oh, really? He started
Yeah.
the first episode and he wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, he said he
fair enough.
turned it off and does not want to get back into it, which it's like, all right. Like, I've seen
Fair
worse
enough.
television, and it seems like about bunch times better than Obi-Wan. You know, bunch times better than what was it? God, what was it? What is it? Captain
The most
America,
recent one?
Falcon, and when
Oh, Falcon and the
Winter
Winter
Soldier.
Soldier.
yeah, that show. That was disgusting television. God damn, what a waste of fucking time that show was. What, Flag Smashers? Get the fuck out of here, man. That's so bad, dude.
Give me the Department of Damage Control. They're a better villain.
Oh my lord. Yeah. Anyways, but this undo rating, I'm gonna give this an 8.5. 8.5.
Half.
That's
I
against the
will-
rules. We can't do halves.
Shit.
You'll make rules around here, Buster.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I
Okay.
think I'll give this one an 8. Definitely very solid, but like the intro was just fantastic. You know, like it's hard to follow up on the introductory episode. So
I
Tony?
was gonna say 8.
8. So we can just call this an 8 then.
73.2.
Oh, if you did
It's an
do the
8.
math,
It's an 8.
It's an 8. Oh,
It's
it's
an
an
8.
8. All right.
8.25. Like
Close to
Jeez.
that. All right. But yeah, that's today's.
closer to an 8 than a 9.
There it is. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Another Miss Marvel episode. Appreciate all the support on all the reviews and stuff like that. Like I said, last episode. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. We recorded the last two back to back. So yeah, we don't have any feedback yet, but hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. I'm really enjoying the show. I highly recommend you guys check out the show. It's pretty good, whether you're in the MCU. But anyways, like it's just a good like isolated story. Even if it stays that way, I'd still
agree. I
okay.
agree. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's a fun show. It's not too serious. They're not trying to be, like I feel like every MCU thing to come out has had to be like really serious lately, and I think this is a good kind of like change.
Yeah, I agree. It's good stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys later on episode 3, the next review. But until then, bye everybody.
Peace.
Oh, yay.